If you want to survive in Night City, you have to become someone else. You have to become something else. You have to become Cyborg John Wick. Who am I kidding? Nobody could be that good. The universe would probably explode or something. Still, 2077 is a very dangerous time, and it's going to take more than just a great set of weaponry to survive. It's time to face facts, ladies and gentlemen. V's next upgrade could be in cyber. Rethink, reskill, reboot. And who has all the cyber implants we need? Why, Ripperdocs, of course. Specially trained doctors qualified to install cybernetic implants on humans. Better operating systems, mantis blades, even reinforced tendons allowing you to double jump. One thing's for certain, if you don't want to turn up dead in an alleyway somewhere, a Ripperdoc should be your first port of call. Only problem is their skills vary. Some Rippers seem to specialise in specific implants, whilst others just have downright higher tier stuff. So, let's take a look at the top 5 Ripperdocs in Cyberpunk 2077. Doctors with upgrades so powerful that you'll walk in a man or a woman and emerge a god. At number 1 we have the Heywood Ripperdoc, and this guy is an absolute beast. Not only does he have probably the best selection of upgrades in the game, but what's most interesting about him is he has no cybernetic implants installed on himself. If you mention this to him, he explains he's worried about large solar flares one day taking out all Earth electronics, including cybernetics. This would render people unable to see, move limbs, or even just survive. This guy wants to avoid all that, and who knows, maybe he's being overly careful and just inconveniencing himself, or maybe he's onto something. Either way, it doesn't stop him from being one of the best damn rippers in the business, and as he'll tell you himself, he has a good rep, and you won't hear a complaint about him. He specialises in a few things, offering legendary versions of all the ARM upgrades, also the Netwatch NetDriver Mark V operating system, one of the best in the game and the one I personally use. His best upgrades though are by far for the circulatory system, offering a second heart which restores all health when it runs out every 2 minutes, making you invincible. And you know, it also allows you to roleplay as a Time Lord, which I think is pretty fantastic. And with that, it's on to number 2. Allons-y! Now, Pacifica may look run down compared to other districts, but it's got a bloody decent clinic. As the doc will tell you, it's one of the best in the whole city. Fancy lights, high-tech looking equipment make it look the part for sure, and the upgrades don't fail to match on that quality. This guy might as well be a damn brain surgeon with the frontal cortex gear he has for sale. The X-Disc will give you 5 extra RAM units. There's also the cortex support to increase crit damage by 45%, and an item that will free up RAM instantly when it's looking low. So, if you use quick hacking a lot, the Pacifica Ripperdoc is definitely the place to be. Hey, maybe with all that extra RAM you could even help Cyberpunk run on consoles properly. The Badlands. Barren, empty wastes outside the wonderful haven that is Night City. Also, Corpo Swine will tell you. In truth, the Badlands seems like one of the only places you can really live freely. It's dangerous though, and pretty much lawless too. That's why if you're planning on spending a lot of time there, maybe with a particularly badass nomad, you're going to want to pay the Badlands Ripperdoc a visit. He can be found at the Aldecaldos camp, which you'll come across through the main story. Interestingly, when you ask him what implants he recommends, he'll suggest ones which enhance stealth, specifically holoskin and cloaking gear. Unfortunately, it sounds like that content was cut, as no such holoskin exists, and there seems to be no way of turning invisible in-game, yet. He does, however, offer a few really awesome circulatory system upgrades, including the blood pump, which when activated restores 90% of health every 3 minutes, and the biomonitor, which restores 100% when health drops below 15%. A lot of percentages, but bear with me, there's a point to all this. Combine these with the second heart upgrade from Heywood and you basically have 3 lives. So, if you're on a quest to become invincible, unkillable, unstoppable, the Badlands should be the next step on that journey. At number 4 we have Nina Kraviz, who can be found in the south of Westbrook. Now, when you go in, it's immediately clear what she specialises in. Robotic arms line the walls almost like a Skywalker was about to walk in, and a sweet looking exoskeleton stands on display. Now, if you talk to Nina, you can actually learn quite a lot about her. She originates from the USSR, which still exists within the Cyberpunk timeline, but she seems pretty free to move around as and when she pleases. Hell, she even suggests that she'll just up and leave Night City whenever she gets bored. She's also just turned 30, but has already run clinics all over the world in Irkutsk, Leningrad, Vienna, even Glasgow. She's been all over, and now, for the time being at least, she's in Night City. So, better take advantage of her exoskeleton upgrades whilst you have the chance. The best two she has on offer are the Synaptic Signal Optimizer, which are basically bionic ribs, I guess, which increases health by 60%, and the Bionic Lungs, which are, you know, bionic lungs, and increase stamina by 60%. It also looks like a beehive, that one, which I guess is good for people who like bees. And finally, we have the City Centre Ripperdoc, who can be found in the city centre. didn't need to explain that one, did I? Now, this guy's pretty experienced. He's been practicing for 10 years already and started out in none other than Pacifica, which, as we saw earlier, is a secret haven for Ripperdocs. Still, sounds like this guy's moved his business into the city centre for more business. And props to him, as V says. This guy boasts that he could line your skull with titanium and you wouldn't feel a thing. Impressive, if a little bit scary. Weirdly, you can ask this guy in particular if he can be discreet because, you know, you've got a super powerful stolen biochip stuck inside your head, which I guess could send up some red flags during operations. I mean, it's cool that V covers his tracks like this, but kind of weird how he asks only this dock to be discreet. Arasaka Tower is also in the city centre, so it's not unreasonable to assume that Arasaka officials come to this dock quite frequently. All it takes would be an accidental remark by the Ripperdoc and bam, Arasaka's onto V, so fair enough V. Covering the tracks there, buddy. You're gonna want to check out this guy's implants though. He's offering some powerful, unique kit. The bioplastic blood vessels will ensure you're always at max health the moment you leave combat, whilst the shock and awe immune system implant gives you a 1 in 10 chance to release a large electroshock every time you take damage. Now, that's an immune system. He's also one of the only 2 Ripperdocs to offer legendary arm implants, the other being number 1, the Heywood Ripperdoc. His unique items may not be as useful as the others on this list, but this guy is certainly a powerful all-rounder and proves once again that Pacifica breeds some of the best Ripperdocs in the business. And those are the 5 best Ripperdocs in Night City, or so I could tell after visiting them all and seeing who had the best gear. Others have some decent unique items, but either have weak overall equipment or just don't match up to these 5 in quality. Still, if you think I've missed your favourite Ripperdoc, let me know in the comments below, and also tell me what your favourite piece of cyberware is in the game. Finally, don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you want to see more. I'm Bram, and I'll see you in another video.